attack, EG on the defense. Who gets to draw blood first?
EG, maybe was touching on, obviously, with the addition of the Viper here. A couple more options on the defense as well. Chronicle gets a decent tag, actually. Com going to have to retreat away from here. Previously, we did see Fnatic obviously hunting down Boostio, looking to mark that man, and we're seeing an adjustment here from EG. Him all the way towards C site, and a 3-stack here over towards A.
And we know that preference from Fnatic. They love this A side. They'll explore it. Yes, they pivot, but they do often try and take this space first and foremostly. The fact they posted up the likes of Demon 1 here, you've got a lot of additional bodies, and then Boostio on the other side sitting extremely deep on C. That's the first shot. That's the first blood of the grand finals. Demon 1 going to take down Chronicle and start putting Fnatic under a little bit of pressure here. They've not had that same level of success off the starting block.
Boaster, meanwhile, has slipped through the net. Off the B side, Boostio is in position to catch this, but Boaster, does he check this corner? Just on the edge of it, Boostio wins out.
Okay, that's 2 kills on their side and a follow-up as well. Boostio takes out Leo, leaving it down to Durka and Alpha. And look at the positioning from Alpha, though. Nasty, gonna keep both of these players busy. Ethan on the defuse already is just gonna attack the paint shot for a while, and Alpha's now got a 1v1. Already halfway, though. Demon 1 wants to get back to business. Does he just try and sit this? No, he doesn't. He knows better than that. And Demon 1 gets up to the
actually goes 1 for 1. Jorgamo invests the paranoia here to try and isolate him, but initially here we've seen a big adjustment from the pistol. I said early on it was the first 4 or 5 rounds where
progressively getting more and more deadly as this tournament has progressed. He's become lethal as it goes on. For now, little adjustment here. Jorgamo knows better than to stick around, but force them to use that utility. But the one X factor, that one win condition we hadn't seen hitting as hard as online was this man. And he's already off to that hot start. Gonna clean up Durka here. Doesn't really take much damage either, nothing at all. That's a good reply though. Boaster gonna temper some of that aggression, so they do recover the Guardian and filter it back.
So no upgrade found for Fnatic. So they drift back towards the orb outside B here. Finder sent out here, will catch. So attendance noted here. Alpha actually farming up towards that lockdown nice and early, just 3 away now.
And the desk kind of brought this up as well, even in the last time they met earlier in this tournament. The Fnatic are incredibly diligent and making sure every single ult is worked for, every single orb is gathered. There's no lazy rounds from them. There's always something to achieve, and they generally do it very well. There's the second example of it only in this round. Again, they're even in the rounds they probably won't convert. They will make something happen. Now down to about 27 seconds, the chance of conversion is getting lower and lower.
Especially with Ethan repositioning here. Still Killjoy set up on B site as well from Boostio. Well, he has drifted away from the turret here. Little catch just before disconnected. Now there's one pop.
Ooh,
Alpha's actually found Ethan.
That's an opportunity.
It's the Guardian down.
Boostio tethered to the ground for a second. Spikes in, and they've got player advantage here. No recovered weaponry just yet. Boostio gonna spot the player. That's gonna be Chronicle down. Great trade from Alpha. Hold on, chip damage too. Boostio's in danger, that's huge! Fnatic maybe turns on its head, but a 1v2 still possible for Com, but he's got to close that gap. A tap on the spike and leans a little closer. Boaster sitting so deep though. Smart work from Boaster. Make him work for those next couple of steps. The shot doesn't come in, but time, it's ticking. The fight happens, and it wasn't clean enough for Com. Beautiful from Alpha.
Back of that round conversion. A shot to the heart of EG. And these are the two best pistol round teams in the tournament. Fnatic actually taking the lead, throwing the light shield in. Them to maybe look for a kill, or even, I mean, off the rip, go for this orb.
Might see the temptation.
EG want to stack up for it, yeah. They want to try and get this Blade Storm.
On the other side, I think you're going to have, what, Chronicle? Kind of sat that side. I guess Alpha would respond to it, if anything.
Yeah, they've set up here. There's a trap play off the turret contact, potentially with the paranoia. I don't think anybody from Fnatic's going to come this way. Alpha drifts away.
Yeah, this is what they're going for. Alpha sitting a little too deep to have much of an impact towards it, but the sides can be taken by Fnatic. They'll get the spike down. But the orb's been gathered, so Demon 1 does have that. And he's invested it. So this is now for the retake. How much mayhem can they even cause here, right? How much can they actually do to dissuade this post plant?
Problem being, actually, they need to go quick because this lockdown is in play. Fnatic have a late round piece here to convert and buy a little more time.
See if they can do it. Can they flood the side? Durka waiting. patiently. The only one to take the battle on the side. The rest sitting super deep for that post plant. Demon 1 going to take him down, but they got to get a move on. They still have to try and get themselves in a position to hit that diffuser. Demon 1 forced away, trying to get a little bit more chaotic here. They can't close down. Demon 1 can't get to him. Dealt with. Leo denies it, and Com, yeah, not going to happen. Leo's here.
Mitigating the risk there from the Blade Storm of Demon 1. On the back of that, Nightfall available as well. Already, this first ult cycle looking...
So those three are huge. They didn't even need that lockdown in the end. And obviously EG on the other side suffering. Now we saw Com being punished with this. We actually saw the likes of Boostio punished with that singular setup. This time around, Com wins it out.
Risky as well. EG, well, Com in this regard, not respecting that utility. Let's actually come out on top of it with a kill. Lockdown invested though, so it should pave the way for an open sight hit for Fnatic.
Good protocols coming in from both, so they're just making sure that no one was sat back in the corner. And obviously EG knowing better than that now. Pausing for a moment though, instantaneous plant. Waiting for a little bit of utility to cycle through here.
I mean, lots of time has passed. Actually allows EG to regroup here, but Boaster finds two. Boostio and Jorgamo will fall.
That's massive work, leaving just the three alive. Plant now going to go down. 3 players from CT. Chronicle's position's good. That will know all 3 players, and they have no idea what they're coming up against. They can slip back, but they have to clear Chronicle. The crossfires are going to be deadly. You can see Boaster now getting a little closer. Oh, the utility is stunning! Fnatic in this post plant have just eviscerated.
And the follow-up utility is gorgeous. Yeah, that series from Leo was everything.
Right, it goes into a longer series, but you have to look at kind of the, I guess, the early looks coming out from these teams, how these players are performing so far. Fnatic not looking too phased. I like some of the adjustments from EG. It's whether or not they can actually keep up over distance, right, over time. Can they match them on this map? Traditionally, and if we throw our minds back just to that last time they met, this was one with the biggest disparity on it. Now, EG, at least putting up the first, will close out a little bit of that worry that they weren't prepared, but on the other side of things, Fnatic, it takes a lot to fluster them. It's a very rare occasion you're going to put them in such a bad scenario that they can't recover. So I like that Fnatic are just kind of pausing in this one, taking their time, making sure they're doing their due diligence, just clearing through, because EG currently do have a little bit of a stack towards A.
Sheriffs across the board as well. How deadly they can be in the thrifting. Pop out the back of the Viper here. Boostio will find one. Actually, tag comes through with a shorty, but Durka does this one. Boostio, he gets a second though.
Needs to do a little bit more here. Jorgamo, the last one alive. Is there anything he can achieve out of this? I mean, then, yeah, the last 3 sitting pretty comfortably. HP in a good place. Like, nothing looking super easy for him. Like the danger they tried to create there, though. Seems quite simple so far for Fnatic in this round now. After all that chaos settles. Part's going to go in. He's going to need some belters to do something with this.
Even trying to drop out of the smoke there with the TP to maybe get a bit of information, but Leo, options to play with now. Operator actually online. Also have the lockdown, have the Viper's pit.
Yeah, Potter talking, which is a great bit of information. But, and look, a TriCaster one was down, but for now, let's focus as Demon 1 is postured up on this for a fight. And they were punishing them on any aggression before. Pain Shell going to be the first thing invested. Jorgamo really shouldering most of this contact, but they are just kind of waiting for Demon 1 to get that chance.
Nade placement was actually nearly perfect here. Showstopper popped it. Actually, Demon 1 able to slip away, but caught on the retreat.
Dirk is so good at this, clearing very efficiently. And Fnatic getting such a great read into all of the intent, all of that want from EG.
And that's one of those big tools I was just talking about for EG to make a stand here in round 6. Removed, no chance of the trade. Com anchoring A site right now. Boostio tucked into a setup on B. Actually, decent read on the timing as well to pop the pit here, but it's a lot to handle.
Yeah. And even outside of that, they can still crunch towards that B site. Yeah, counter pick comes in, so that's going to nullify that. Boostio looking like he wants to invest the lockdown here. 27 seconds, maybe not a bad idea. Going to really rip away some of their options, force them back into the pit potentially. But you can see Chronicle clearing around those edges, trying to spot out Com. The rest of Fnatic's coming this way, so Com once again will have his hands full. Divide goes up as well to ensure a little more safety. And Com's closing in. He's seen everything! Huge impact from Com. Finds two, and now time! They're running so low, 4 seconds. Chronicle, gun out! Goes to the fight, they do not have time! If they can live, they've done enough!
Unfortunately, yeah, Chronicle, I'm not sure if it's just an unfortunate spread here, but he has such a small slice to play outside that pit. He can't really counter it. Can't really create any. Such a risky spot.
They invested so many ults on that round too. I mean, we had the Divide coming up as well, Dirk with the showstopper, Chronicle with the pit, but a fast piece towards B. Simplistic an approach, but it's worked very well. Dirk is going to take all that space, but a challenger awaits, and it's going to be Ethan. Got a bit of a hot hand already this round. Following up from the last, Zeke is going to go through. And he should be working off the back of this. Yeah, time to close in. Boostio going to be the one really committed and gets away with murder. Finding two, looking the wrong way. Ethan make himself the sacrifice and it works. And Boostio's been dealt with. Big boy Boostio. He's 6 rounds in a row. That's much different this time.
Absolutely, and yesterday we were talking about the number of rounds that he's just dropping multi-kills as the first point of contact.
Did the homework. But it's still Fnatic. That will always be the end of every sentence. It doesn't really matter.
Big info.
Demon 1 will be noted in the additional presence towards that C site, so let's switch up a little bit. Falling away from this, though, we are seeing that exploration of the other side of the map. Once again, Com. A whole lot of stress on this one man, because EG have responded, right? They've drawn 3 players now over towards C, pulling that rotation. So Com's going to have to anchor this like a superstar.
We'll spot the poison orb thrown across, I think. But actually drops it here. A lot of space between him and the next EG player, Ethan. Looks like he's making that rotation all the way back through spawn. Com actually able to slip through.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Thought they might have been caught him on the way there, but no. Fnatic being meticulous.
Crosshair looked bang on there.
Yeah, that looked on the money. No, meticulous in approach from Fnatic. So plants in. And a 5v5 retake. This could get incredibly messy unless Boostio's going to keeping it clean. Chronicle's gone down. And the other player's playing off-site, sitting super deep by tree over towards the back of the wall. They now don't have a presence this close by. They could start pressuring here, and Boostio wants a bit of that. Gets a little closer to the wall. He actually swings it! The flash is divine! Sent from the gods! Ethan going to be grinning with that one, and he wants a bit more. Boostio is just unreal right now!
And Boostio digs so deep behind this wall. I mean, timed to perfection.
One enemy remaining.
Here for EG.
What does Fnatic do now? Do they lean to other options? Do they look elsewhere? Had some success over towards C early on. This time around, EG noting that. Already, I don't think that's going to catch anyone, but it does give them the green light towards the site.
There's an alarm bot here and there. Now they swarm down on default here, so a chance to maybe stall out this plant coming through, or force Fnatic to plant a little deeper here. So last time, Fnatic baited out a couple of peaks, but lockdown invested here. Dirka's pushing forwards. EG are going to struggle to defend this.
Okay, unless you have Ethan, apparently. Going to find Dirka in all of that chaos. Supposed to try and take the brunt of this. And now Chronicle, a little bit of freedom comes out of the paranoia, but gets outdone. EG is sweeping the site. Alpha and Booster are about to get annihilated. Alpha, hold on, that's huge. Oh. That got a little close.
Probably feeling like they need to call a timeout.
This should be a timeout.
Feels as if they're struggling for an answer. EG are digging their heels in.
Yeah, this absolutely should be it. They get credit for a reason.
Yeah, any stat you look at.
But as it stands, they were stumped by the underdogs of EG, who've turned up today looking a whole lot different. Now, does that change the outcome? Let's find out on this map. This marathon in front of us of a best of 5. Pressure towards A, but a quick pivot towards B. And look at the damage!
Ton of damage.
Leo and Chronicle, the walking wounded.
Lucio as well does have a nano swarm. Maybe anticipating a little bit of aggression here. Pulls the shorty out on the back of the gravity well. No damage done just yet. A full 5v5, Lauren.
Yeah, I'm looking at Jorgamo potentially trying to cause a little bit of an issue, but with the lockdown coming in, that's secured them so much time. Boostio's going to get a move on. Clear through connector very quickly. It's very clear where the post bomb is. Now Jorgamo needs impact, and he finds it. Takes out Chronicle, and the late positioning from Boaster could be a real issue, though. Again, time still on Fnatic's side. That's lovely work from Boaster and Durka. Boostio comes back in, but can't get past. Durka waiting patiently. Demon 1 and Com, I think their options have dwindled here.
Try and hold on to the Odin at least. Do some further damage, because
the
timing was insane for Demon 1 there. This is there for Mini, relaying that information that there's minimal resistance towards that link area where time and time again they were finding value. I think Fnatic, on the back of the lockdown,
won those battles. Like, Durka deserves all the credit in the world, but can Demon 1 find a chance? It was for a split second. That's all you get, an opportunity, and it's gone.
So, a massive deterrent, but Fnatic hanging around. That looks so close.
That looked terrifyingly close.
I think, yeah, initial deterrent now. It's definitely a red flag. Fnatic initially showing a little bit of respect towards the operator. Jorgamo posted up pretty deep here.
Does Boostio draw enough attention? Let's see if he does. Does he commit to this? A little bit of a spam. Okay, so heads up from Leo, though.
Boostio still got one, though.
At least to get out for here. And Jorgamo gets away. Boostio doesn't, though. So Fnatic's still on for a little bit of a run here, but they're just going to be pausing. They've decided they'd rather face down the operator. 45 seconds, really. Different
switch up as well. They're going to leave Demon 1 now with the operator posted at A-site anchor. Com in a position to support, potentially.
Has to get more than... Oh my god, the pressure. This is ridiculous. Demon 1, he's got 4 players coming his way. Leo's just removed his only support system. It's all down to him. Oh, I thought he might have had a second. Knives out. He's going to do some serious damage. He's seen so much, but Leo, quick to respond. And now looking for that plant. Pauses for a second. He's behind him. And Ethan's from Chronicle. It's all on Leo, the man who denied them OT, denied them the chance. This time he falls.
Again, Leo finds the counter spam here. I didn't even snap to it. He was holding the angle there. I don't know if he's expecting somebody from Tree. Maybe. Obviously, the TP from Jorgamo, there's some question marks.
Boostio on the op now. Interesting little switch up.
We see him pick this up on Fracture as well, just to the curveball. He has been landing shots with it.
Okay, Fnatic once again showing that presence. It's just going to be that protocol list. Difference being, I guess Durka does have that showstopper Boaster. You can see the money really on the cusp of crumbling towards the end. Still able to fashion a buy here, which is fortunate for them. Just going to leave Chronicle postured up at this point, and the other 4 leaning back towards C. This puts, again, Jorgamo under a lot of scrutiny, but here, playing safe on the other side of the door. No one currently on that C side. This is now where it gets a little scary. Durka, the paranoid did land. Jorgamo with the TP. Trying to keep himself safe, doors shut, and no one there to receive it.
Hey, what a big trade though, the paranoia for the showstopper, whether or not he's Ethan nearly cresting that corner. But Fnatic just posturing up a little bit. They have 2 players making progress towards A. Boostio will find the spike on Boaster though.
And the Seekers as well, because Fnatic are everywhere. They've infiltrated the entire map. Demon 1 waiting, spots them. Now he's in danger. Jorgamo's got his back. Takes down Alpha, we're down to Chronicle, Durka, and Leo. Leo is looking monstrous today, though. Some impact kills for sure. Spike back in hand in 19 seconds. That B side looking vulnerable, but they could also look towards C.
Trailblazer didn't catch Durka here, but I think the flash did.
Flash should have caught him. Oh my word. There's the Viper's Pit. They've decided they've committed for that B plant.
Spike planted.
Durka's pretty far off, but the 2 players on the side, Leo and Chronicle, the ultimate duo. The best that they could have achieved. Looking at picking up that fully fledged roster. These were the players to headhunt. Flash goes into the pit, Demon 1 goes on top. Leo looks for it, finds it, no more. It's down to a 1v2. Ethan down to 76, but Durka and Chronicle sitting pretty. He's been found, put to the knees.
Pegging at the half. Leo's having a game already, though.
And it's impact kills, right?
Yeah.
He's 11-8, which doesn't seem hyper impressive, but then you look at the value he's getting off the back, and they put up a much better performance, night and day, from that first time they met. And Fnatic now have a true challenger on their hands.
I feel like actually, overall across the half, I mean, I said this, I think at the 4-4 scoreline, but it felt like EG were in control. It was blow for blow, yes, we come out 6-6, but these tiny adjustments, EG with the awareness of what went wrong last time and how to fix it here.
Looks quite simplistic for now, but you still have the players split towards the extremities. Boostio and Com going to keep control of that. You do see, though, that Fnatic are playing towards connector, so Demon One's going to have his hands full. Boaster, Leo, Durka, all there. Paranoia could be huge. He's diving in. A 1-for-1 trade out. Leo sends him back. Alpha doubles down, and they're clearing on through.
Dropped.
Fnatic looking so deadly. Timing not there at all. Leo coming alive.
Maybe Demon One's blocked on the way in here, but it's the paint shell behind. Then the smoke drops. Demon One
One enemy remaining.
just caught on the retreat.
One in the world. Forged from the best potential players. That even if one has a bad day, if maybe, you know, let's say Durka's having an off game, maybe Alpha's having an off game, it doesn't matter. Someone else can fill any void that's left there. For EG, though, so they're not done yet. Certainly not out of this one by any means. Team 1 trying to maybe give that similar look here, but EG starting to flood through the rest of the map, pick up the orbs, close in towards C.
I'm going to prioritize some progress towards the lockdown. Probe sent out here by Ethan. It's just Chronicle initially, but Alpha drifting across to provide a little bit of support if necessary.
Right.
The timing was immaculate.
Yeah, that was great. Thanks for that production. And also cameraman, who's been looking around at all the signs and gone, that's the
This
one.
is the one.
There
I want
it
to show
is.
that one.
Yeah. It looks like a double pump back towards C. And that assistance from out here could be very, very valuable now.
So yeah, he's actually drifted towards a committed position with Chronicle. Actually does catch the TP finally, yeah, but Com good for the trade. And the rifle retrieve for Demon 1. And 15 seconds left to play with, though.
Spike's down in a little bit of a dangerous spot. It is picked up, 10 seconds now. Any more damage would be good, but I don't think they're going to get much here. Demon 1's gone down, and there it is.
Again, a switch up, a total switch up here on the defense for Fnatic. A little bit of fake utility, actually, almost implying a heavily orchestrated set piece. But look at this wall.
That's so nice. They get to push up. It's a little bit deeper as Chronicle to deal with the turrets. They don't particularly know about both, so there's obviously that consideration to an extent. But how much do they clear on this? That's quite nice, actually, from Fnatic. Sitting deep, though. They are going to respect that EG can now take through towards C, but the retake's going to be deadly. So it's down to the likes of Com and Boaster. Who wins that fight? It's going to be Boaster. That's a free upgrade as well. Plant's going to come down. And I just love the way that they teed that up.
Yeah, it was faking heavy presence outside mound. I mean, EG luckily drifting behind it, but lack of awareness towards the back line here. Fnatic now 5v4 on this retake.
Big paranoia. That's to be 3 denied, slows the roll, and Demon 1 wants it, gets it, takes down Boaster, follow-up score, just can't get the third though. Jorgamo a little out of sync on that, allows Leo and Chronicle to answer back, but buys a little bit of time and keeps them into this kind of 2v3. Boostio and Ethan though, can they keep control of this? More time being purchased here. A little bit of chip damage, yes, but now Ethan's got to be ready for this one. 3 players, he can't do enough. Fnatic clearing on through now. Close ain't enough.
I said the early round perfect. EG unfortunately do lose Com ahead of this side hit coming through. Again,
He's even on the walkout.
the
He's just
walkout,
like
zero emotion.
none. Yeah, he's something to watch. And again, still not seeing them on the Sova, which is ridiculous, right? Like the guy's good on pretty much anything, but for now, almost touching double digits here. Shot from Durka. Wants a little bit of the limelight for himself as Demon 1 removed early on here, above 120.
Sure, trying to deal with some of this utility, maybe draw the rotation, but no damage to really follow up on here. And if anything, it's to their detriment. It pulls Boaster and Leo a little closer towards the upper side of B. Guardian's still in play now in Ethan's hands. I guess a window of opportunity here, but it requires Jorgamo and Busio to dig pretty deep outside rubble. Leo playing on the backside of the broken door could cause problems for them.
Caution here.
I think Durka's internal clock is starting
30
to tick
seconds left.
to the right tune as well. He knows there's pressure coming his way now. Maybe just shallow paint shot. Let's try and deal with anyone pushing up. Oh,
Beautiful pinch from
big
Tom.
shot. Hold on. Durka though, look how quick he responds to this. Alpha's there with him. Oh, it's stunning from Alpha.
A big impact on how the rest of this half will go. Another situation where a string of rounds, just missing one more orb towards it. A bit of a pace change here, at least early on. It's not necessarily created any pressure towards Chronicle just yet, but it has pulled Boaster, who does still have the Odin. You don't want to be tapping that orb right now.
Right there.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be tapping that orb right now.
No, but he's so close, he's one away. Oh, Boaster opens up the door, and Chronicle even gets a follow-up. Demon One's gone down. They haven't even had a chance to really start that roll in towards the site. They're left trying to pick up the pieces somewhere else. EG maybe running a little low on steam here. Bustio again, it felt like he ended the half on 14, barely on 16 now. Can they make something out of this round though? Plant would be ideal, obviously. Alpha waiting in the wings, Leo's there. Boaster, Chronicle, all nearby. Lockdown's gonna go through too. This now gets deadly. It's gonna ask a lot of these players. Is Bustio gonna at least get Chronicle down? But look at it. How do you get past Alpha and Leo? Jorgamo is not gonna do it. Fnatic are in full form now.
So we enter round 18. Again, it's the timing of this kill. He's here looking to get set up to maybe plant the seed of doubt, deal with this killjoy utility on B once again, try and pull a rotation. 5 rounds trailing to Fnatic right now. Another switch up on the defense for Fnatic as well. Just going to be Boaster with that Odin. Chronicle and Alpha kind of set up for a pinch off this utility. Just outside mound here, you can see it littered across the way.
Yeah, this is quite scary. You can see it on the map now.
To counter the lockdown, so Paint Shell will go in, immediately removing that.
Options getting less and less, and here comes that setup's effectiveness. Going to be tested once that second layer of players come in. Demon One can get past pretty comfortably. The rest not so much. Alpha and Chronicle, as said, the door swings and say goodbye to 3. EG left in tatters. Demon One and Ethan, the only on, really, on the site. And okay, gets Durka down. Should be able to get a plant off this. I mean, maybe Alpha's position's a little uncomfortable. They've got to win maybe one of these two extremities. Ethan trying to find that safe plant. That's for the CT side. Now what can these two do? A 2v4. Was a 2v5. Seekers is going for it. Trying to give them everything they can, every tool that they have invested here. Ethan down low though, 21 HP, and Demon One sitting pretty. Finds the first, Ethan trades it, and now down to a 1v2. But it's the big boys, it's Alpha and Leo, the ones who've really come alive here in these finals. Flashes one, expects to swing. Oh, a great read from Ethan, but not enough.
Demon One tries to go aggressive, dig out Boaster, but like I said, the read here from Fnatic. They set up with this pinch on the back of the utility to counter a lockdown execute. Catch them.
Anyone willing to take that fight? Nah. I wouldn't go near the side of that map if I were you, but it looks like EG do want to decide towards that B site. They're going to lose mound control. They're going to hear all this utility, and that door's going to open. There is someone waiting. It's Durka. Delivers towards Jorgamo in a second. Divine work from Durka. He wants more. Get the door open again. Swing it through. Give me another target. Does Demon One want to go for it? The flash is there. Oh, he saved him. Durka just took down Bustio as well. Hold on.
Ethan and Demon One again.
Yeah. The deadly duo. Do they get closer this time?
Look how deep Leo's playing on this. Demon One's desperate for somebody to swing onto him here. A little bit of a misread here from Boaster. He's coming back through to stack up with Chronicle. Will give Ethan a plant. Seekers once again.
Bloody hell. Right, they're going to take a journey. Demon One's position could be everything. He should have the drop on Leo, he does. Now 2v2. Coming back around, it's all over towards Mound. This time,
Flash
Ethan's
up
even got a
for Ethan.
flash.
Yeah.
Yeah, this could be massive in Chronicle. Gonna try and take a couple of steps forward. Spotted on the cross, now the flash doesn't need it. Ethan's there. Saves it for last. And Boaster gonna catch one. The spray, it's a little too wild.
Ultimates available for them. Even again, saving grace being Leo's caught before his ultimate actually casts. Big 4K from Ethan. Back on the operator. Gonna try and look for a pick here. And he will be rewarded. Durka will fall.
Pit is just controlling so much of this space, right? You can't disrespect that. So they have to look elsewhere. It's B, it's A. 2 players close towards A, and there's Alpha, who's been absolutely
Lethal.
miraculous. Yeah, A1 and vicious, this kid. There's something about him that you just don't want to mess with at times. Just flips into a little bit of a different gear. They still have a lot of clearing to do. You can see the Fnatic actually staying a little bit deeper. They're going for a bit of a challenge on this. Prowler's not going to clear as much as they want. Boaster's in a really dangerous spot. He might be dead. Yeah, absolutely. Out in no man's land. Punished, and Boostio paid in the way.
Trying to follow up here, but the wall will slow things down. Leo respecting this for the time being, backing away. Chronicle still over towards C. So Fnatic concede a lot of space here. I'm not interested in doing any chip damage ahead of this plant coming
30
through.
seconds left.
Might even just consider saving this. I think that's what we're seeing, yeah, looking at the mini-map.
Yeah.
So EG do follow up. There will be a flawless round as well, so a big boom to the economy.
Bot coming back.
Gives them another buy in hand and puts them 4 away now from Fnatic.
Yeah, it's how quickly do Fnatic think on their feet. That little new piece of the puzzle, right, that's been revealed. Boostio with that operator doing really nicely, finding them some early work, some early opportunities. Does Fnatic think they don't have to adjust yet? Maybe they don't. Maybe just a couple of nice shots that he was hitting. I mean, Boaster got caught out a little bit, kind of, you know, no man's land. That's what they go for.
Yeah, I think as well, and it's inside, and if it's not Demon One, it's Boostio. Is he setting up for a lurk? Is he looking to just secure this extremity? So you can understand.
Does Com live? He looks fine.
Heavy lean towards A here.
Yeah.
But we've seen Fnatic do this a couple of times as well. They'll just rotate Chronicle across, try and catch a vulnerable for Boaster to spam through on the Odin, and just play anti-plant on C, but EG are cautious in approach.
Late investment of the utility as well from Alpha coming through. Deciding to invest behind this C site. Boaster sitting deep towards CT.
Yeah,
Chronicle, yeah.
They're setting up for so many little anti-plant stalls.
They're doing it mid-round as well. 57 seconds now. EG.
Joggermo has the spike and he has the TP, so this might just be an attempt to fake out a little bit of presence by EG.
Annoying enough, they don't want to commit towards that. 40 seconds now, back towards A. It's Leo and Durka.
I was going to say, yeah, there's a lack of progress on the other side of the map, though. See Ethan and Com still behind rubble. A couple of question marks
30 seconds left.
lay ahead of them, and the commitment of the Poison Orb will be a big indicator to Durka here to call for some support.
Timing on the door is going to force him slightly deeper. See Demon One trying to close in, but the timing's great from Com. Durka couldn't divide and conquer for once in his life. Normally he's there for it, good for it, but Leo has been monstrous. Spam goes in, look at the damage they're getting on this. Quick heal comes out as well. Leo trying to close that gap, he's already on the side, shotty in hand. Spam again, looking for the player. Leo can't do it this time, Joggermo's still alive. Boaster gets the trade. He's gonna be spamming this all day long. Ethan's down at 8 HP. Alpha's found Demon One. It's a 3v3. Spotting the player, Boostio can't land it. And now there's pressure on the site itself. Goes again, Alpha's got him. It's down to 2. Back down to a 2v2 though. It's going back and forth between these guys. Boaster
Spam the entire round!